Look at these gorgeous mother of pearl tiles. So pretty. So shimmery. I'm going to show you how I am going to cut these tiles using these dremel tools, which is just a little sander and one of these thin cut cutting wheels. So open up the tiles. I'm just going to slide the tiles down to where I want to cut off these pieces so I have a straight edge. And for the next part, I need to put my mask on because you don't want to breathe this. I turned the really annoying sawing sounds down, and I'm adding a voiceover on this part where I'm just cutting the edges of those tiles off. I am just eyeballing it, and most likely this edge is going to be in a corner, so it doesn't have to be super duper precise. You could always take a straight edge or ruler or something and actually mark off the spots that you want to cut off if you want to be really accurate with this. And as you can see, they're not falling off because there is a backing on the back. I'm gonna cut those off in the next step. But I also wanted to mention that I know I said I was gonna put my mask on before I started this part. I also put a fan on just to blow away some of that smoke or dust from the shell being cut. And I also put on some glasses just in case there were any little pieces that flew off. They would not go in my eyeball. And what I'm doing here, I found to be the most effective way to cut these is kind of just scoring a line. I'm not pushing hard on these at all. I'm just letting the tool do the work, and they actually break really easily. I didn't have snippers, or I could not find my snippers. I assumed that would take far less time than this, but overall, like, this didn't take that much time, and I'm about ready to move on to I'm taking that cutting wheel off now, and I'm going to just snip off the tiles with scissors, and they just come off really easily. And I'm gonna save all those little bits, and I think I'm gonna be able to like reuse those, you know, maybe in this project, or maybe I could make like earrings or something out of them because they are cute little square mother of pearl pieces. So I'm just gonna save those for later. I did go back and sand those down as well. The sanding is probably an unnecessary part, but I just wanted to show you how if you did want to make them really smooth, or let's say you are using the nippers, I imagine that would make even more maybe rough edges or little chips. You can go in and sand these down. I just decided to speed this part up a little bit. I am just going over with that little sanding wheel and just trying to get those little sharp edges. As you can see, it's mostly at the very edge that needs smoothing out. And then it kind of feels like these shells have like multiple layers, so sometimes the bottom part was a little thicker than the top part where I cut. But like I said, I feel like this is just a edge that's probably going to meet another edge in a corner, and you know, the cutting disc does a pretty good job at getting a really nice straight line without any chips. So I feel like this part is extra. So as you can see, I was able to just touch up a little. There's still some edges I feel like I could touch up, maybe when I don't have the camera right in my working view. And but overall, it's a pretty easy process. There are instructions that come with this tile that say that you could use nippers, and I do have a pair somewhere, but I have not been able to find them, so I feel like this is just an easy way. And you know, probably not too worried about this edge being perfectly straight, because this will probably be going in a wall, like up in the corner or something. But I do have a couple of edges that are going to just end, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about those edges. But for now, that's just one option of how to cut these tiles, and I can't wait for this project to start and be done first. Here's a photo of the instructions that came with the tiles. I'll put more info down below.